FrOsT, and PoLLY is a woman that has such a large spectrum of talent and passion.
A lot of eggs in that basket, right? You know.
Yeah. Well, I know you were an erotic storyteller, writer, novelist.
And you were one of these people that I got to act in it, and you were amazing. She was incredible. She was so sexy.
Right. I just keep thinking the word, that word that I never knew until I was her. Rachel. I was Rachel. And torment, or what's the thing at the airport?
Tarmac.
I never knew that word. I still don't know that word.
Now.
I know. I knew it then, and I'm
you
like,
would have been great too.
yeah, Alan.
Yeah, you'd have been terrific.
Yeah. So PoLLY, but now you've moved on from writing for other people to write to read.
Well, you know, see, the thing is, I decided to do one-person shows where I blab at the audience, basically, and so I'm touring my second show.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So it's a one-woman show.
Yeah, called Bad Role Models.
Do you have it memorized or do you read it?
Sure. Well, yeah, it's memorized, but then I kind of react to the audience at the time and stuff. But it's called Bad Role Models and what I learned from them. Because I'm so tired of the fact that everybody talks about good role models. But did you learn anything really from all those good role models?
No.
No, of course not. No.
My liver's damaged from the bad one.
Yeah, exactly. And we all secretly smoked in hiding from the bad ones.
Yes.
So who are some of your bad role models?
Well, you know, that gets into the skeleton thing. But you know, one of the things I talk about is I have this amazing woman in my life named Aloha, as in Aloha. That was her. You know, she changed her name. She was my horse riding teacher. The first morning that I was there, she was at 8 a.m. She pulled a bottle of scotch out of the cupboard.
How old were you?
I was like 12 years old. I never told my parents this. Okay, so I'm there, and
She
I'm
wants
thinking,
the guacamole. Yes.
I want the guacamole.
Yay.
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, so Aloha's gonna like cook breakfast for me, right? And then she pulls this bottle of scotch out of the cupboard. She pours herself a glass, 8 a.m. in the morning, and she belts it back. She sees me looking at her because I've never seen adults do that in my life.
Sounds like Miss Hattigan.
Yes, I mean totally. And also she's also chain smoking, and she had a mynah bird who lived in her house who did a perfect imitation of her cigarette cough. So the mynah birds were, oh my! She's drinking the scotch, and she looks at me, staring at her like, and she says, you know, the doctor tells me I need a bottle of scotch at 8 a.m. for my heart. And then I was to learn that this was the same doctor that told her, never vacuum. It's so bad for your back.
Now it sounds like running with scissors.
She was great. She was just fantastic. And, you know, she taught me to drive when I was 12.
What? Now, wait, did you live with her or just for the summer?
As much as I could.
Is she still around?
Well, she actually lived into her late 70s, but no, not at all. No, so yeah, she's one of my
Was
bad
that in
role.
California?
Yeah, she's one of my bad role models that I talk about.
How lovely!
Another angel in the room.
An angel in the room, exactly.
We need those bad role models, right?
So where have you toured?
Well, I'm going. That's why I'm wearing this Killer Pussy T-shirt.
Yay.
This is in favor of Lucy LaMode and Robert X Planet. They are this, you know, Killer Pussy was this amazing Phoenix satirical punk band, and Robert X Planet is on the board of Alwyn House, which is this incredible place in Phoenix, and I'm going to do my show there, and it's run by Kim and Dana, and you guys would love it. It's like got Frida Kahlo stuff all going on in the place, and then it's got this amazing magical thing. So I'm doing my show there and in Sedona.
For you.
And then out to California. So I've been touring all around the country with my
now,
show.
you were doing that little television show also, or the movie, or whatever happened with that. What was the name?
Oh, that just got, people love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Fold, and that was, and you were in
I was an extra in that.
Yeah, you were an extra in that.
Yeah.
I get you to do everything.
I love your stuff, PoLLY. You're just amazing.
So yeah, that was fantastic.
So it's everything has a little dirty, raunchy edge to what you do. Classy.
You know, I would say the thing is that I realized that, and this is like a major thing, like I wanted to start doing live shows because I wanted to have, and I don't put any of my stuff on YouTube or any of that, I wanted to kind of evaporate after people saw it, like, you know, like they just come and see the show, and then that would be kind of it. And it'd be like Socrates and Homer, those guys, you know, who wandered around and talked to people.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of live performances are that.
I mean, Socrates should have been on CD Baby, but he wasn't, right?
Right, yeah, you never know. Maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
I know. I think he probably is.
Not to mention Homer.
Exactly. I know. You can Google that, right? So, when are you going on tour again?
Okay, I'm going to start in Phoenix. I'm going to be at Alban House on December 9th at 7 p.m. and I'm going to be doing it in Sedona at the Sedona Arts Center.
So, do they give you wine in Sedona? Isn't that like a wine country?
Sonoma.
That's Sonoma.
Tortuga.
You know what? I also do wineries, though.
I love this guacamole, man.
There's some stuff in this guacamole.
I think it's got a roofie in it.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you, hotel.
Sonoma is the wine country.
And what's cancer on the skin?
Yes, exactly.
Melanoma.
It sounds like
There's Sedona. Actually, I do my show at a lot of wineries. This is something like I tour a lot of wineries.
I must have felt
of
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna crunch it. So I'm gonna put this down for a second. But anyway.
Oh, be messy, Polly. So you were saying something about your name the other day, and I said to remind me of that. I want to know why, but like you said something like you can't change your name, or don't be careful what you get named.
Well, I'm really negative. But I was named Polly Ann. Pollyanna. Like,
What is Pollyanna? That's what really
Family
is.
Mills.
I know, but like, what does it really
Well,
mean when you're
it's
saying
really good.
you're?
This is great
They're
guacamole.
so good. It's so good.
And I actually make really good guacamole.
This is
I'm
the
from
best.
Southern California.
Hotel
Tortuga.
on 14th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue.
No, mine is better.
Go
Mine's better because I'm from Southern California.
Did you dip it in their salsa?
No, I didn't. But I don't want to. I mean, like I just
So
ate off
good.
this, but I can't do that. I'll do this one, right? Okay.
You
So
can-
no double dipping.
Double dip, we got
We
alcohol.
don't care. Do you have cooties?
We have alcohol, double dip.
Do you have cooties, Polly? I don't think you have cooties.
No, that's not hot enough. I mean, I'm sorry. No, it's really good, but that's really good.
Okay.
That needs a little bit more spice. You know, I'm from the land of eye tacos. You know,
Yeah.
we get tacos that are eyes.
So you water.
No, they're eyes.
Like-
They're like animal eyes tacos.
So they're not vegetarian.
They're no,
Are they like literal eyes
yes,
in the tacos?
yes.
Since
Like-
when a taco's vegetarian?
An animal eye?
Only in
Well,
New
fish
York.
eyes.
Yeah.
In LA.
No, I mean this is like
No.
tacos.
No,
Goat
they're
eyes.
vegetarian in New York and LA. Right, the rest of the country is like, shut up.
Astoria and goat eyes.
Wow.
More
That's
You know what I'm talking about, right?
bacon.
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
Did you
I
ever
like,
read
I like
that?
the King song Polly. That's a great
All right,
song.
back to Pollyanna. What does Pollyanna really mean? Like when someone's being a Pollyanna, what does it mean?
Way too upbeat.
Too
Which I'm not.
Oh, really? So it means you're
I mean,
just, you always
it's goody
see the
goody.
glass half full?
Goody goody.
Pollyanna's a goody
Yes.
goody?
The Eternal Virgin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I am that.
Somehow I don't know about that.
Question.
So Polly,
Judging by the t-shirt.
so what was the name of the book you wrote?
Deep inside.
Yeah.
No, you know.
That would eliminate you from virginity.
Oh, dang.
I have a copy
Yeah,
of
we gotta
that
look up that
book.
word again.
Yes, exactly. So where can people find all your treasures? PoLLYFrOsT.com?
But come to the shows because
Are you doing any in New York?
I just did one in New York. The thing about live shows, everybody who does a live
It's hard
performance
in
knows.
New York.
Well, the thing is that what's great is people come up afterwards and they talk to you, right? It's not just like you did the show. It's just, you have to talk to people after the show. And you see, you guys are musicians, so you get all these people coming back and wanting to have sex with you. But if you do a one-person show, they want to come up to you and tell you their life history. You're like, where's the sex, you know?
Start singing during the one woman's show and then the sex will
So
come
do
to
you think that you're now like a stand-up? You're right. Are you? You're like a
No, I don't do stand-up.
But you might
I
as
sit
you
down.
do.
Are you standing up? Is he standing? No,
Lie
we're
down
sitting down.
comedy.
We sit down on our show. We're too casual, you know. We stood up last
I'm too
night.
lazy.
Yeah,
My sex
exactly.
life is a lie down comedy.
And a tragedy.
Tragic comedy.
Leave your sex life out of this.
Oh, what's life without a sex life?
No shit.
You gotta have a
Life without a sex life is just
Let's bring it
mundane. Is that what mundane means?
It means life without a sex life. I'm glad you realized
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
You now committed to college.
Oh, I actually graduated college. That's not the time you talk about life without a sex life.
You know, I love the way the wind blows. Very tropical.
It's Otto's.
Yeah, it's
a
Otto's.
tiki
It's
bar.
like the best.
We
It's
love
like a
Otto's
tiki
Shrunken
wind.
Head. Exactly. So, once again, you are a one-woman show.
I am a one-woman show, yes.
It's wonderful that you're
But
doing
it
this.
drags the other people into it.
Oh, really?
Be like you, like doing my stuff and everything.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
love-
get you to do it again.
I would love that. I love the character that Polly wrote when I read her erotic.
Yeah. And she's
storytelling.
Great. She's great. She's amazing.
I didn't. I have to be honest with you. I did
No,
nail
don't be
it.
honest. No,
I
not
nailed it one or two times, and then I fucking shit horribled it like one or two times.
What? No, I thought you were great. Especially
No,
the time
I-
you did shit horrible because then you were honest. Like you were like really.
I know a couple times I did it so great I couldn't believe it. Rachel was this woman who was a police, she was a cross between Barbarella and
Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant, and I went and watched both of those movies to learn who she was.
Wow.
I really did research her.
You're the only actor who did research
I
like that.
did, because I wasn't an actor. And then she was from Florida, and she fell into a pack of aliens that were, they had like tentacles. And the tentacles, once you had sex with an alien, you could never have sex with someone else again. And it kind
That
of
good?
fucks you up. It was that good.
Yeah.
And then she had to like combat the aliens because they were taking over. And she just went through all these things to get to the bottom of getting them. And then, of course, the head lieutenant, the guy that had her searching, was a fucking alien himself, you know? And then the story was just incredible. It was really good. And
You
they
really
had a
understand
tarmac.
better than I do.
Was I kind of right?
Yeah, the tarmac. Yeah, the tarmac.
The tarmac, that word. I hear it now and I'm thinking, oh, Rachel. Exactly.
Yeah, you understand that story better than I do. You know,
Yeah.
Which is great. That's the great thing about a really good actor.
I read it so many times to
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. You probably read it more times than I did. So.
You just wrote it.
Yeah, I just wrote it.
Polly, do you have a website?
PoLLYFrOsT.com. You're not going to ask me about the skeletons in my closet?
Yeah, we want a skeleton.
Okay.
We want a
But
skeleton.
it's
Yeah.
important not to forget to.
PoLLYFrOsT.com.
Oh, is this a self-promotion?
Yeah.
Could be.
Oh, okay.
It's one word, PoLLYFrOsT.com.
Shameless self-promotion.
It is.
PoLLY.
And it's
That's
such
all.
good guacamole.
PoLLYFrOsT.
That reminds me.
No hyphen. no
PoLLYFrOsT,
Yeah.
not Pollyanna.
PoLLYFrOsT.com. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
if you go there. Yes.
So good.
Good. Okay,
All
now
right,
skeleton. Let's get to dirt.
Okay. Now I have to say that I have so many that I have to kill you.
So you have a morgue like me.
I do.
And me.
It's a full, yeah.
That's why we
So
can eat the
what's your
guacamole.
skeleton in your closet?
You want to share one today?
First, okay, I was playing at the Nichigeki Theater in 1969 in Japan at the Western Carnival.
The year you were drafted?
I wasn't drafted. I was
Right, but
brought
the-
out. I
right.
tried to. But I entered the Japanese rock scene. I was the only Western
Wow.
in the Japanese
Wow.
rock scene. On the highest level of the scene.
And he speaks Japanese.
And my first hit record were in Japanese. So I was backstage in this tatami room because I was a solo act. I had my own room. And suddenly I
Not
felt
many people can say they were backstage in a tatami room.
true, especially at the Nichigeki Theater,
Oh my God.
which is no longer there.
Yeah.
And I had sex with a ghost.
Oh my gosh.
And it brought me to full orgasm. And it was. I asked a friend of mine, what's going on with the ghosts back here? And he said, my friend Monsieur Kamayetz from the group The Spiders, who are also performing, he said a lot of strippers who worked in Nichigeki Theater after the war killed themselves in the theater. They
my
committed
gosh.
suicide in these rooms.
Oh wow.
And so I had sex with a dead stripper.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt the first thing I felt was a tingling in my feet, and it sort of went up to my areas that are more personal.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. And
What's it like to get lap danced by a dead ghost? I mean, I guess
It was
all
more
ghosts are
than lap
dead,
dance. It was probably full on something. And I had my
Really?
eyes closed. And it was, yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
but that's my skeletons. I was that ghost.
Okay. I was young, so it was very messy.
I'm still that ghost. I came back here to finish that lap dance.
Okay.
Do you have a skeleton besides that?
How many are yours?
Time is ticking. Come on. I keep
Okay,
eating
all
one more.
right, okay. In my show, I talk about being like this totally art obsessed. It's part of my show is about being art obsessed and discovering art, and we all discover art. And so I just fell in love with it. Now, I mean, like, okay, you guys are gonna like laugh at me. There's like totally European art, like J.S. Bach and Mozart and all this stuff. And I was really into SoCal. Isn't just movies. It's serious, you know, emigres like Stravinsky and people coming there. And so I really wanted to meet this composer who did atonal, like the most incredible atonal music. So I wrangled. I mean, I thought I was like above being a groupie, but really what I was like this high art groupie. I was a high art groupie. That's what I was. I did the same things. So I found this guy who was like promoting. I mean, not promoting, but he was like this impresario who brought in all these composers. And I wrangled a date with him. And so I'm out with him in his car, and he says, "So, darling, if you really want to meet this composer, would you like to give me a blowjob in my Mercedes?" And I did. And I got to meet the composer, and we had this incredible conversation about deconstruction. And I know that you guys, your eyes are glassing over because you're rock people, and I can't imagine having a talk like
Absolutely
give me a
not.
blowjob just to talk about deconstruction, can you? And it's like
That's
rock people.
awesome.
That was
Yeah.
your dignity being deconstructed.
The composer's still alive. The
I think
composer's
it's
still
awesome.
alive.
I got to ride in a Mercedes
Yes, yes.
once too.
Yeah, and same thing.
Well, it was a little different. I met someone in the south. This is a skeleton. I met someone in the south of France.
It's rattling here today.
And I swear to God, to this day, it haunts me. I swear to God, I think it could have been Bin Laden. He didn't have a beard, but he was a prince from Saudi, and he was really cool. And he took me to Monaco for the night, and it was in a yellow Mercedes. It gave me tons of money to gamble. Came back to Cannes, and I spent like 24 hours with this fucking Saudi prince. And
Wow.
when Bin Laden came out later, I'm like, oh my God, he looked like totally cool. He looked just like him.
Well,
And
it's
I
tall,
don't know.
right,
Yeah, he was one of those rich Saudis.
He was 6'6".
This
wasn't
guy
he?
was,
Yeah.
I don't know, he was crazy.
He was crazy.
And we rode in a yellow Mercedes and went from Cannes to Monte Carlo, gambled like crazy.
Were you a good gambler?
I had luck sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm still alive! So FrOsT, there you go. Let's see the party.
Okay.
Guacamole,
More
guacamole.
guacamole.
Tour.
Tortuga.
Yes, and we got so
Hotel.
much more. Thank you so much for coming. Come back again. And the show is in Sonoma, December 9th.
Not sodomy, not Sedona.
Sonoma.
Not Sonoma, Sedona.
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 Oh, okay.
Beautiful place in Arizona.
Yeah.
There you go. With Frito. We'll be back. Thank you.
Bye.
Polly.
Disappear.